Hey Rebels. Okay, so I have been sitting here with these cards for a minute trying to figure out how to even have this conversation with you. So the song that came through is All of My Lights. I'm here, uh, s- mm, all of my rights. Not all of my lights, but all of my rights. Um, Kanye West had that verse where he was talking about his baby, right? He said his mother, brother, grandmother hate me in that order, right? But then I'm also hearing City High. What would you do if your son was at home crying all night on the bedroom floor because they're hungry? All right. So let me get into this card and then I am going to read off to you what's here on the table and the energy that spirit would like for you to be aware of. So it says observation. Stay alert and observe observant of others' behaviors as well as your own. Be prepared to protect yourself from those who may have ulterior motives. Weigh your actions and make sure to act wisely. It's awesome that that came out because overall, that's where you need to be drawing your attention to. Um, so the energy that's here on the table, we have divine masculine with the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, the King of Swords. Okay, so this person, we're talking about a baby mama, baby daddy situation. Now, switch the roles as you need to. I'm going to speak in regards as if this is a baby daddy because there's a divine masculine energy and the King of Swords. So I'm looking genuinely at the gender of the card. Um, but whether this is even a baby mother, it's the masculine energy that she's coming across now. Who is this divine masculine energy? King of Swords. This is the parent who is not within the household. This is the parent who has been absent. This is not in regards to the parent who is present, though it is a message for the parent who has been present. Spirit wants you to grip your lips, watch what you say, keep, say, watch how you explain and express yourself because you do not want to give this other parent the guidebook of how to trigger you. Now, the main message that Spirit wants you to understand and sit with, which they feel that you already do understand, is that this is not about you. This is about the kid or kids. This is not even a message of the kid wants to see their absent parent, the parent outside the household. This is more so a message of the parent outside the household is going to present themselves, um, wanting to, what is the word that we're looking for? Wanting to exercise their rights to be able to spend time with the child or children. Spirit, let's just go ahead and get into these cards because this is such a yeah. Spirit also says they understand that you have been through and you have endured things from this other parent who is not in the house. That Spirit understands that this this just this this absent parent does not know your child or your children, but this parent is going to want to come around and take the child somewhere, spend time with the child, whether it be within the sanctuary that is your household, that is your child's household. And Spirit said that you would be correct, that they are approaching you to see their child and be in their child's life for selfish reasons. Here with concern, you have the seven. Okay, so you have concern, community gift, right? You have the seven of swords and the ace of cups. This person is going to come to you with a dialogue of they want you to show compassion for all that they have been through, though they have given you no explanation. They felt that they did not need to give you an explanation. They have been out and about living their life, doing what they felt that they wanted to do. And even knowing that they have kids, singular or plural, out there. These kids were not a factor in any of their choices. Spirit said, even if you have been getting, what is it called? Auto pay in regards to child support. They already know that money is going to be sent. So it's not of their concern unless they need to bring it up to cloak themselves in the argument of, you don't know my struggles. You don't know what I got to take care of. You don't know what I got to pay for. Now, Spirit wants to point you out. You don't complain about that. And even though you know that it's a complaint that you could have, this is not something that you feel needs to be spoken or said, because you are present for your child, and whatever your child needs, you manage to get what it is that you can, even in trying to work through your own depression. The Spirit said, if you are dealing in substance, if the only thing that you are applying towards yourself is materialism or coping things, if that's the only thing that you do for yourself, Spirit said they want you to be able to manage to do more for yourself. They see how you have been giving your kids the best that you can provide, or that you feel that you have been able to provide. But in regards to this absent parent confirmation, this absent parent is their communication with you of why they should see the kids is baseline of other people have been asking about the kids, being the community, and the community tends to have compassion towards them, um, with the explanations and excuses that they communicate towards the community about why they haven't seen their child. And of course, it's because you are problematic, because you, Rebel, won't allow them to see their child. But Spirit wants to point out that this person, in order to be able to spend time with your child, they will have to get to know your kid and understand the guidance that you are giving them, the guidebook that you are expanding towards them is for the safety of the child, their comfort, their security, their allergies, their needs, their necessities, and that this person, this absent parent, does have a very temperamental behavior when they do not get their way. And Spirit is saying that that is something that you have experienced, and Spirit understands why you would have caution of relinquishing your child to this person's care. Also, Spirit is saying they also understand that you do not want this absent parent to play with your child's energy, because they themselves, not the child, but the absent parent, they themselves may be presenting their presence to the child because they feel at lack. So Spirit Spirit is addressing that this person is very stingy. This absent parent is very stingy with their energy and very selfish with your child's energy, because they are wanting to come around because they're not feeling good about themselves, and they know that children are pure, and children, have this, I just want to have fun nature. So it makes it rather simple for them. But once this absent parent gets that dose from your child, Spirit said that if you permit them to be around, you need to be prepared to have conversations and pay attention to your child's behavior and awareness, because by this absent parent coming around just for the sake of themselves and what they feel that they are being neglectful for just for that moment, that energy, that weight is going to show on your child. That weight of absence, that weight of, am I good enough? Why is my daddy and my mommy not coming to see me again? Or why have we not heard from them? We had so much fun together, but now they disappeared again. Spirit said that it's time to talk to your child about the reality of relationships. And though triggered. Well, I don't know if this is necessarily a trigger warning, though this is not a adult relationship that this absent parent is having with their child. It is pretty much being played out as a side chick type of relationship with your child, and that is so fucking unfortunate. Um, so this person is really feeling that they are being bullied by you not allowing them to exert their rights of fatherhood, of motherhood onto your child and the household. Now, Spirit is also telling me get your house in order. So, whatever routine that you want to apply towards your children, whatever it is that you would like for them to understand about life and behavior, Spirit said you do not need to do it all in one day, but start to implement it. Confirmation. Start to implement confirmation again. Start to implement those behaviors of awareness, those mental exercises of awareness of when someone is not their friend, when someone does not love them, when someone is pretty much in their presence because of a title or because what they have. And remind your child, your children, of how important they are and how amazing they are, and that there are even adults out there who will just want to be around them because they're a fun time, right? But in regards to this parent again, this absent parent, they are feeling bullied by your rules, by the regulations that you have set, because you are the caregiver, because you are the one who provides. And though you may not be in the financial wellness that you will want to be, everything is going where it needs to. Even if you got to divide some over here to put some over there, things are being taken care of the best way that you possibly can manage. Spirit said, allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to understand that you have the right to do that. Now, here at the center of the read, Spirit said this person, it is getting warm outside. Spirit said that this absent parent is going to come in very rushing, but you have to understand the person who is needing to have direction and control of this chariot energy here in the red is the child, but their parents are heading into different directions. So you have this masculine energy who feels that they should be in authority, who feels that they have their mind set and focused on what their rights are, and because society said, and because I take you to court, and because you can't keep my child away from me, when they have kept themselves away from their child to go out and live life and not focus on the things that you have focused on, this child mental wellness, how the child feels, what they're going through, getting to know the child, right? So Spirit is saying that this parent is more so of a side chick, an unwanted side chick in this situation. It's somebody who hops in for a good time, not a long time, right? um they feel that because they have added in whatever bit of value that they have here with abundance and the rich guy, because they are who they are, that they just should be able to, that they shouldn't need to give explanations or anything. But the same thing can be said for a stranger, right? And you, even at times when your child starts a new school year, you get to know the teacher, but the teacher has such a regulated presence in that child's life that the teacher is not a stranger to an extent. But oh, this parent, this is not even a parent. It's just based off a title. It is very disgusting, but I would say that a lot of people have lived through this experience and have been forced to believe that someone who doesn't see your child as frequently as your neighbors do, as frequently as whomever does, feels that they have so much right to dictate your child's schedule and time. And Spirit said that's another thing. Do not let this person, this absent parent, re-regulate, re move around your child's schedule. So whatever your child's schedule is, if this person wants to come around and your child has plans, or y'all have something that y'all normally do, Spirit says stick to that, because you want to allow your child to still have that sense of normalcy. There is that divide of you as the parent having your reasons for saying no, even though the child would had disregarded their responsibilities or their normalcy because they want to see their other parent. But Spirit said that this is an important lesson for your child, that they should not set aside their normal behaviors or their responsibilities, your child's gained obligations, because someone wants to come around and have fun. So I guess the best example that I can give is, let's say that you were working on a project and you set this set schedule for yourself. You're going to do something. You're going to work on this project Monday through Thursday, and then you'll relax on Friday, and Saturday is open. But then you have friends who wants to come around and pull you out to take you to the club on a Wednesday, right? Would you not work on your project just to go to the club that's going to be open 7 days a week, to drop your project to be able to go to the club with your friends? You do not want to create this sense of anxiousness within your child of, if I don't take this opportunity with them now, I may not get it again. That is ultimately what Spirit is trying to get you to teach your child. If the parent really wants to be in the child's life, they have to respect the child and their mental development, and the going in and out of the child's life can and will affect your child as they grow up as an adult. And though they may not understand why you're doing it now, this is why Spirit is saying have those conversations, and so you can start expanding their brain to at least ask the right questions and feel the emotions of. And so when they become an adult, it's not as hard for them to come to some type of understanding of why you chose that route versus making an exception for somebody else's greed, their cause, or whatever it is that they want to dictate or depict at that time. Now, this absent parent, they also find themselves being being upset whenever someone does not let me clear my throat, when someone does not accept them as the nice guy, because this is the mask, this is the facade. They feel that everyone else sees them as a pleasant person, everyone else sees them as not problematic, everyone else gets along with them, and they're not observing those who are the everyone else. And the other people who they are talking about do not have this tether of responsibility with them as you do. Here with the devil, baby, most of the people who they are allowing to occupy their space and their time when they're not spending time with their child or focusing on their child or being aware of their child's goings on, are accepting of them because of the materialistic time and value that this absent parent shares in space with them. The thing that makes it so difficult for this absent parent to comprehend in regards of you and their kid is that you and this kid have y'all have expectations. Y'all make things hard for this person because this person just wants to be in spaces of where they are allowed to flee to free flowingly be whoever it is that they decide in that moment. They can't run away from the obligations and the responsibilities from you and this kid any further than what they already have. And they feel that you all should be accessible towards them, for them, whenever they decide to come back. So therefore they see you definitely as the present parent, they see you as very complicated and complex because you won't just let them come in and do what they want to and then leave. You actually have expectations of what this person needs to meet for you to feel that they are genuinely caring about the child and not expecting for the child to just accept them however they are now. Spirit is also saying that this child is going to grow to learn for themselves who their absent parent really was, and that this child is also going to look at you as if you were the disciplinary. But how else would you be saw if you are the one who was present? So, Spirit is saying, Empress, baby, listen, you got work to do. And Spirit said, don't focus on why you may be upset or disappointed at this absentee parent. It said, the veil of destruction is coming, and motherfuckers are about to reap what they sown. But you have to remember that whatever you endured with this absent parent during the course of you all's dealings in your relationship, it is no longer about that. Though you know that potentially to a percentage it can be about that, because their same behaviors that they expose to you may potentially wind up being the behaviors that they expose onto your child. Now, Spirit is saying humanize yourself in the eyes of your child, and as well humanize this absent parent in the eyes of your child. And by doing this, you will help your child to grow and develop to understand that it does not matter about a person's title or label. The title and label is more so the responsibility and expectations that are supposed to be upheld. But the reason why Spirit is saying humanize the both of you is because you as parents will make mistakes too. But just like you punish your child, put them on timeout, however you go about raising your kid, we never stop learning lessons. And the thing about us becoming adults is that we just don't have that parent over us anymore telling us what lessons we are to have discipline towards. But if you want to break these generational curses, Spirit is saying this is the route to take. Here with mature woman and high priestess, Spirit said you've been feeling the guilt and the weight of all that you heard in this reading up until this point, and that this is a conversation that you need to meditate on in regards to your family and the relationships. Now the surprise is that the justice, baby, the way the justice is about to show itself. Let's see, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay, all right. The 4 buckets, 4 cups. The justice is that you are going to have to, like we just said, meditate on this. Have that deep, thoughtful conversation with Spirit. Disillusion yourself, even, because there's a lot of anger and frustration that's running off of you that Spirit is saying that you need. Ooh, and the Queen of Coins, that you need to bring. Ooh, hey, we can't take the whole deck now. That you need to bring focus in regards to your resources, your stress, your frustration. Sit those things to the side, organize them, ask yourself the tough questions, and sit with the reality of your situation. And if you need to come back to this message from time to time, by all means, please do. And hopefully it will trigger something in you that you felt was rather harsh for you to look at. So then it has career is on the rise, honey. Being a parent is a career. Okay? Being a parent is a career. So then you have great blessings. Okay, with 6666. Take a screenshot of that, read that, and Resonate with that how you need to. But overall, you're doing the best that you can in this moment. But Spirit is saying the next moments that you have, do better. All right, Rebels, I love you and I adore you. And this was a tough one. But go live your life. Go make it do what it needs to do for you, babe. Okay? Okay. Queen of Cups. Ooh, show a lot of compassion. Get into your nurture, your nature, all that other stuff, okay? Heal this, especially the emotional sides of it, so you could deal with the realism of the situation, because this kid is what's most important. Go Rebels.